حقوق, انہوں نے 2 بنیادی حقوق کا تذکرہ کیا ہے اپنی پریئر میں, ایک ہے 17 اور ایک ہے 25.
My Lord, on Article 70.
ایک ذرا سی بات سن لیجیے نا. 17 کہتا ہے کہ ہر شخص کو الیکشن میں ووٹ ڈالنے کا حق ہوگا اور پولیٹیکل پارٹی بنانے کا حق ہوگا. اس پہ تو کوئی آپ کی کوئی رائے, منفی رائے تو نہیں ہے نا؟
نہیں سر.
ہاں,
نو سر, ناٹ ایٹ آل.
اچھا, پھر 25 کیا کہتے ہیں؟ سب کو آپ برابر ٹریٹ کریں گے.
سر
اس پہ بھی آپ کی کوئی
ناٹ ایٹ آل. نو.
یہ جو سمبل وغیرہ کا جو ذکر ہے یہ سارا الیکشن ایکٹ میں آتا ہے.
My Lord,
سمبل کا ذکر کہاں آتا ہے الیکشن ایکٹ میں؟
Election Commission of Pakistan is directed to forthwith publish the certificate filed by the petitioner on its website in terms of section 209 of the Election Act 2017.
اس سے پہلے ڈکلیریشن کہاں ہے؟ الیکشن were in accordance with law.
There is none, my Lord.
So this will only follow that declaration.
There is no such declaration.
Yes, the elections were held proper, whatever, and then issue the certificate and issue the election symbol. But I find that declaration missing.
That is missing. My Lord, I can only presume. They presume to be acting. The presumption appears to be that under 209, under section 209, once the certificate is given, that is conclusive of the matter. The Election Commission cannot see whether the elections were fair or foul, proper or improper, in accordance with law or otherwise.
جمہوریت کے تقاضے پورے نہیں ہو رہے ہیں. دیکھیے, اس سب چیز کا جہاں تک میں سمجھ چکا ہوں, کچھ چیزیں ٹیکنیکل ہے, یہ کرو وہ کرو, یہ کاغذ فائل کرو, سیکرٹری جنرل یہ فلاں فلاں, چلیں وہ ہم سب نظر انداز کر دیتے ہیں. ایک بنیادی چیز ہے جمہوریت. جمہوریت ملک میں بھی ہونا چاہیے اور جمہوریت پارٹی میں بھی ہونا چاہیے. ٹھیک ہے, آپ کو ٹالریٹ کرنا ہوتا ہے, گیو اینڈ ٹیک, کبھی آپ کے مخالفین بھی آ جاتے ہیں کبھی کبھی. تو بنیادی بات تو جمہوریت کی ہے. آرٹیکل 17 تو یہی کہہ رہے ہیں نا. تو آرٹیکل 17 کا ڈکلیریشن تو دیں. ہائی کورٹ آپ نے کہا یہ آپ کا الیکشن مسترد ہم کرتے ہیں, ہم اس کو نہیں مانتے. ٹھیک ہے, آپ نے غلط کر دیا, تو ہائی کورٹ پھر اس کو ٹھیک کرے نا کہ نہیں یہ الیکشن صحیح تھے.
That finding is not there.
اگر وہ الیکشن صحیح تھے پھر ان کو سرٹیفکیٹ بھی ان کا ماننا چاہیے, پھر ان کو انتخابی نشان بھی دینا چاہیے, پھر تو سب چیزیں فالو کریں گی نا تھرو. That are consequential reliefs, not the main relief.
This is the exact problem we are facing.
Yes.
We do not know where the reasons will go.
انہوں نے کہا reasons amplify کر سکتے ہیں, but this is a fundamental prayer which seems to be subject to saying it aloud, so they make a note of it and they address it. Where is that declaration? Because the prayers you will see kindly declare that the elections held on 2nd of December 2023 were in accordance with the constitution of the political party and in accordance with law and the whatever.
Because they will amplify the reasons within the ambit of the short order.
And then the next step will be and consequential relief, including accepting the requisite certification, issuing the symbol, doing 500 other things if they're required to be done. But those can follow, or even if they're not written, those can be implied. But the declaration can't be implied, or can it be implied?
My Lord, there is no such declaration. And also if your Lordship looks at the petition, they didn't even pray over there that the elections were held properly.
Are you sure?
There is no
petition kahan hai unki?
My Lord, your Lordship will see page 49, which is the prayer clause.
Please read them.
My Lord, hold and declare that the impugned order is without jurisdiction, without lawful authority and illegal, and as a consequence thereof, set it aside forthwith. Hold and declare that proceedings by ECP to question the validity of the IPEs on the basis of...
IPE kya hota hai?
My Lord, intra-party elections.
I don't know why people don't write the whole thing, intra-party elections.
On the basis of any objections, filed by any persons were quorum non judice, illegal and without lawful authority.
Dobara padhiye, I can't understand. Hold and declare
that proceedings by ECP to question the validity of the IPEs on the basis of any objections filed by any persons were quorum non judice, illegal and without lawful authority.
Why? I mean, anybody can go and complain. So I was just reading why
My Lord,
I
because,
don't understand this prayer. Chale, next go to the C prayer.
yes,
Find
find and declare that election symbol has been illegal and unlawfully been withdrawn, which is inter alia violation of fundamental rights of the petitioners, including Article 17 and Article 25 of the Constitution. Direct the Election Commission of Pakistan to forthwith publish the certificate of PTI on website of ECP as required by Section 209, paragraph 3, in the interest of justice, and to restore its election symbol forthwith. In the meanwhile, suspend the impugned order, so on and so forth.
they have not sought the declaration.
They have not, my lord. The reason appears to be, if your lordship takes a look at page 40.
Because if they get a declaration, they may have left out C, D, E.
Yes.
And I would say the implied praise, and you have to do that once the declaration has been given of free and fair or whatever elections they've held, or in compliance with their own constitution.
You see in paragraph A, I think
Yes.
they will,
Yes, my lord.
obviously they will respond to
Page 43.
I will like to know
There is
their
lawful
response.
authority.
My lord,
They have challenged the authority as well as the jurisdiction. Now they has to explain us whether
That
ECP
is the-
can check the inter-party elections or not at this stage, and whether it was a voidable or
that is the central point.
negligible.
I wanted to draw your lordship's attention to
Either-
ground A.
इसीलिए इधर वो ऑर्डर आ जाएगा लाहौर हाई कोर्ट का लर्नेड सिंगल जज का। उन्होंने ये बात की कि ये फ्रेज उज़फ में दे सकता हूँ कि मैं जब स्ट्राइक डाउन कर दूं इलेक्शन एक्ट के कौन से दो सेक्शंस थे,
G 209 and 215(5).
वो उनकी वहां तक तो बात अब समझ आई मुझे जाकर के कि उन्होंने क्यों कहा। अब शायद समझ आ रही है बात को। चले, आपकी बात हम मौके समझ गए, कोई और बात नहीं है तो हम आगे बढ़ें।
But may I just show to your lordship ground A? That is the case they are setting up, and that's why they are not seeking the declaration of the election. According to them, ECP has no jurisdiction to challenge the internal appointments of officials of PTI or set aside PTI's intra-party election held on 2nd of December 2023 and declare them void. As such, the impugned order is not sustainable in law. ECP is not a court of law and cannot question the appointment made by any political party or examine the validity of a political party's intra-party election.
But doesn't these prayers violate the constitution then?
Our submission is yes.
Because you are saying something, I'll do whatever I want to do.
Yes.
I mean, contrary to my own constitution, I don't know. I would want certainly assistance of Hamid Khan Saab, and be prepared to be clean bold, Mr. Makhdoom Ali Khan.
My lord, may I just, 2 lines from this page, ground B, last 2 lines, they talk about the role of the Election Commission. Only role is to keep a record of the party's constitution and changes, then keep record of elected officers, record sources of funds and campaign
Now, can you
finance.
quickly go through the provisions of the Election Commission in the Constitution of Pakistan?
My lord-
Start from there and proceed with the law.
My lord, yes.
Quickly.
Yes, my lord. Your lordship may turn.
I'm sure you're tired standing up, but
My
we
lord,
at least have the luxury of sitting down. But anyway.
My lord, if your lordship may graciously take a look at articles 213 onwards is the Election Commission, but the relevant
230 or 230?
213, my lord, 213 on is the provisions relating to Election Commission. The relevant one over here would be 218, subsection 3. Which
No, but the whole, ये पूरा chapter elections पे.
Ji, sir.
Part 7.
Yes, sir. And 218(3), it shall
213 है, हाँ.
to 218, paragraph 3, it shall be the duty of the Election Commission to organize and conduct the election and to make such arrangements as are necessary to ensure that the election is conducted honestly, justly, fairly, in accordance with law, and that corrupt...
ये तो general elections की बात है.
Then, sir,
Inter party election का जिक्र है इसमें कहीं?
सर इसमें नहीं है, सिर्फ एक तरह से आता है 219, the commission shall be charged with the duty of, and if your lordship may turn to clause E, such other functions as may be specified by an act of Majlis Shura Parliament.
अब वो जो इलेक्शन एक्ट है उसको
अच्छा, तो ये आ रहा है 219E के जरिए.
E के जरिए इलेक्शन एक्ट 2017.
या तो इसको चैलेंज करें.
Yes.
अच्छा, एक तो ये हो गया. अब बुनियादी हकूक, इन्होंने 2 बुनियादी हकूक का तस्करा किया है. अपनी प्रेयर में, एक है 17 और एक है 25।
My Lord, on Article 70.
नहीं, एक जरा सी बात सुन लीजिए ना। 17 कहता है कि हर शख्स को इलेक्शन में वोट डालने का हक होगा और पॉलिटिकल पार्टी बनाने का हक होगा।
सर,
इस पे तो कोई आपकी कोई राय, मनफी राय तो नहीं है ना?
नहीं सर।
हाँ,
नो सर, नॉट एट ऑल।
अच्छा, फिर 25 क्या कहते हैं? सबको आप बराबर ट्रीट करेंगे।
सर,
इस पे भी आपकी कोई?
नॉट एट ऑल। नो
तो ये जो सिंबल वगैरह का जो जिक्र है, ये सारा इलेक्शन एक्ट में आता है।
माय लॉर्ड,
सिंबल का जिक्र कहाँ आता है इलेक्शन एक्ट में? सिंबल कहते हैं उसको, क्या कहते हैं?
चैप्टर 12 ऑफ द इलेक्शन एक्ट रूल्स मेरे पास।
इलेक्शन 212 के बाद ही है।
जी सर।
आइन में तो उसका तस्कर नहीं है ना?
नहीं सर।
जी
सर, एलोकेशन ऑफ सिंबल्स इज 214। The Commission shall prescribe a list of election symbols for allocation to political parties, and candidates in the symbols in the list shall be visibly and perceptually different from each other. 215. Notwithstanding anything contained in any other law, a political party enlisted under this act shall be eligible to obtain an election symbol for contesting elections for Majlis Shura Parliament, provincial assemblies or local governments on submission of certificates and statements referred to in sections 202, 206, 209 and 210. If your lordship may see the next provision, a combination of enlisted political parties will get symbols, and then if your lordship may see 5, if a political party or parties to whom show cause notice has been issued under subsection 4 fails to comply with the provisions of section 209 or section 210, the Commission may, after affording it or them an opportunity of being heard, declare it or them ineligible to obtain an election symbol for election to Majlis Shura Parliament, provincial assembly or a local government, and the Commission shall not allocate an election symbol to such political party or combination of political parties in subsequent elections.
Is it your case that the only reason political parties will comply with any direction of the election commission to hold election is when you hold this stick in one hand? Otherwise, they'll say, we won't hold elections.
Otherwise,
or is there some other mechanism also?
My lord, there is a mechanism that if given the time frame in their own constitution, if they
वो तो आगे पीछे हो सकता है। जैसे आपने अब वो वाली बहस तो हमारे सामने नहीं है। आपने साल दे दिया उनको।
उस टाइम फ्रेम पे भी हम उनको सिर्फ फाइन कर सकते हैं और कुछ नहीं कर सकते। वो छोटा सा फाइन है, वो दे के आगे बढ़ जाएंगे। But if we want to enforce Article 208, elections within a political party, and 209, then the elections should be in accordance with the constitution of a political party. If we don't have the power under 215(5), then these provisions will be purely advisory in nature. There will be no obligation on political party to comply with it, because this election.
मुझे याद आ रहा है वो धरना केस में इलेक्शन कमीशन ने कोई बात की थी, पता नहीं, उन्होंने कहा था कॉस्मेटिक है, फिर उन्हें अपोलोजाइज किया कि लॉ इज नॉट कॉस्मेटिक। आई डोंट नो व्हाट प्रोविजन देयर इज, देयर वाज समथिंग मेंशन्ड देयर व्हिच टुक ग्रेट एक्सेप्शन टू दैट। हाउ कैन यू talk about the law cosmetic? You are bound by the law which gives you the powers also,
and that's part of your lordship's judgment, and we'll place that judgment on the record that this is what your lordship.
That's not relevant to this case, so is it?
My lord, it's relevant to this case, and there are a number of other determinations by this honorable, decisions by